I'm Lizzie Guest, and I went on the retreat at Sharpham. I believe it was early June 2015. I had strangely enough chosen, simply from personal choice, not to go down the route of conventional treatment for cancer. And by doing so, I had therefore sort of almost ostracized myself from the medical fraternity. They didn't like dealing with me. They didn't know how to deal with me. They wouldn't engage in conversation with me. And so I felt very isolated within my choices. And no matter how many times people would turn around and say, "Oh my God, that's so brave," the reality is that any choice at that time is brave. We have to make choices, and we're forced to make choices within a very, very short space of time, whilst basically in shock. It's not a good recipe, is it? And I tried to engage with, the prescribed charities, and I didn't find them terribly endearing, to be honest. We were having a chat earlier, and it was a little bit like most people, when you tell them you have cancer, or when they're dealing with you, even from the charitable viewpoint, they sort of wring their hands and put on this ever so sort of, a Uriah Heep type personality that sort of, I just find that so condescending and distasteful, and I just really found it hard to engage. So in desperation, I was offered the Southwest Cancer Lifeline weekend or retreat, and so I had no idea what I was going to, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. I made a lifelong friend, which for me is a big deal. I'm very slow to build friendships. When you're on a cancer journey, it's a journey that no matter how you understand that people want to inquire and they want to help, they actually, I only have so much emotional capacity, and I couldn't bring other people on that journey with me, not even my family really. They could be there to help with practical things, but on an emotional level, nobody understands really what you're going through until they've been there. We were offered really healthy food, which for me again is a really personal choice. I eat clean, healthy food. I have done for a number of years, and you could scratch your head and say, "Well, why did you get cancer then?" But I did, and it wasn't a judgment thing. We were offered fabulous accommodation. It was tailor made. It was cultured. It was just everything. It was fantastic. Walking into that hallway and finding a Barbara Hepworth, sculpture is like, whoa. Yeah, it was just, everything was tasteful about it. The other people on the attending at the same time as me were a real mixed bag of people, from every social, economic background, and we all shared something of a journey. There was an enormous amount of respect between us, that if people needed to or wanted to talk to somebody, there was always somebody available. I think one of the most startling moments for me was during the guided meditation. And we were guided into this deep meditation for about 45 minutes. And in that process, we were taken into this deep place and asked to envisage a really wise person that we might meet at this destination. And so for me first, the first time I did that meditation, it was the Dalai Lama, because I absolutely love his words, writings, emotion, heart, soul, whatever. And but the second time I did it, actually it was myself that I met, which was really precious. You know, that is a moment I carry with me. And funnily enough, it was Patrick who, before I even said the second time it was myself, he said, "I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that." Do you know what I mean? And it's that collective thing that we have. You know, if you believe in the, yeah, there's something more to this life than just the physicality and the, you know, there's more to it. I believe there's more to it, and that allowed for my beliefs to be, you know, as they are, without having to kind of just be this person who's got cancer or this. It was so much more. It was so much more. I think I think what the Cancer Lifeline did was really kind of helping people to more go inside and find, you know, find that strength and some of those answers inside, because I firmly believe that that's where the answers are. It's an inside job. Life is an inside job. And it's like there's nothing out there that's going to fix me or make me feel better. It's all about how I feel about myself. And throughout that journey, you know, there were very, very dark times for me. I live alone. I could curl up in a ball and just put my slippers on and watch crappy daytime television. But I try to choose not to. I do slip every once in a while, but that kind of motivation, I think, is what it really helps people with, particularly. Um, so I try and sort of carry that into my daily life, really. Routine, maintenance, discipline. It's like, you know, I had some of those dark days where I felt like I could have just lain down in the corner over there and just, please don't let me wake up, you know. And I don't know, I probably went through that cycle about, I don't know, 4, 5 times maybe. But the last time it happened, it was like something, it's a small piece of the jigsaw, but something happened and I kind of went, no, hang on a minute, you know, if you really, really wanted to just lie down there and not wake up, really? I went, actually, no, you know, actually, I really want to live. I really want to live, you know, I really want to see my grandchildren grow up and married and in employment and happy and fulfilled, and I can play, you know, I'm here for that reason. I want to see that. Um, so yeah, it was a, you know, an integral part of that journey for me, really. Not something I will forget. Yeah, there was, you know, I think it was, I was at Alistair Crowley, I think it was, kind of once wrote, you know, laugh or cry, it's all good human emotion. And I often quote that. And I think that was really evident in the retreat, during the retreat, with the individuals, not only the participants, but the facilitators as well, was that we had loads of laughs. You know, get into your swimming costumes and let's go swimming. You know, we were all kind of, oh, you know, oh, who shall I, you know, but I'm missing and I'm missing and I'm missing, you know, and it was all, but it was very human. It was very human. We were all there, you know, so there was lots of laughter as well as holding of pain. Um, which is, you know, that's freedom. That's freedom to live, I think. Um, I felt that the NHS didn't hold me. I felt that the prescribed charity that was connected to the hospital didn't really hold me very well. And for me, that's a big question. That is a really big fundamental thing in life, you know, just being held, being able to build that trust, that friendship, that whatever. And it felt very, yeah, it felt very equal. You know, we've all felt like equals there, which is also, you know, pretty pretty good, pretty nifty, really. So yeah, being held by it was incredibly important, I think, for me. Um, and again, you know, something that you know, it only takes a seed to be sown for somebody, and then all we do is keep on watering it and nurturing it, and I honestly believe that retreat was very nurturing, very nurturing, um, and myself and Patrick have been to um, another gathering for people who were there, who attended, and yeah, it was music. They brought in musicians on the Saturday night to play music for us. It may not be everybody's taste, but it was great fun. It was sitting around in this amazing environment, you know, with these people just playing instruments, and yeah, yeah, it's all very pro-life, isn't it, really? Yeah, it, it just it just was wonderful. It really was. And I was very appreciative of what was offered there. A safe space, lovely people, wise people, um, yeah, humane people, precious.